About 2.5 billion adults living on less than $2 a day don't have access to formal financial services such as savings accounts. That's more than half of the world's adult population. Were they lucky losers in the recent global financial crisis? No. Commodity markets and other income sources on which developing countries depend were hit hard by the crisis. In fact, we all lost because of the financial exclusion of these billions. Research has shown that greater financial access for the poor is in everyone's economic interest, and policymakers in developing countries are seizing this opportunity by pioneering many of the smartest ways to increase access. They are part of the solution, not the problem.
Central banks and regulators are increasingly seeing access as an important goal in its own right. And there are lots of new innovations that are coming on board with insurance, with savings, with mobile telephones. And if regulators aren't on top of those changes, they're going to lose opportunities to create new sectors and new connections.
We could definitely be part of the solution. We have more than 100 million inhabitants in Mexico. Only 25% of the population is banked.
I would like to see the economic benefit and social benefits from financial inclusion.
We already are seeing an expansion of financial inclusion around the world. Most of it's not regulated. The moment is here to bring those institutions that are already existing and largely under the radar into the regulatory fold so that they can grow and so the regulators have a stronger hold on what's going on in the economy.
The opportunities is to get people to bank, to get people the most basic financial services, life insurance, deposits. And the obstacles are that we have some regulatory requirements that are set not for inclusion, but for people that are middle income. So the opportunities here is to learn from other countries.
The Alliance for Financial Inclusion, or AFI as it's often called, has provided that opportunity.
What we are trying to do is we are filling a gap in the overall financial inclusion landscape in terms of that we are connecting policymakers. We are providing a platform for them to learn from each other and to replicate their own solutions.
This platform includes face-to-face and online channels for policymakers in developing countries to share their knowledge of evidence-based solutions that increase financial access, as well as grants to develop, test and implement the most effective policies for their country's individual circumstances. Crucially, policymakers will be in the driving seat. They will determine their own solutions.
The AFI's management team role is simply of a facilitator. So we see ourselves as a provider of a platform to connect people. So we are not in any way dominating discussions, and we are also not imposing any solutions.
In less than a year, policymakers from more than 60 developing countries across the globe have agreed to join AFI, providing its members with a huge pool of knowledge of different solutions.
I think we just have to take a look at all the answers and see which one is the best that can be applied to our own situation.
By looking what happens to other countries, you can imagine how you can apply that to your own country. But you can never just copy what comes from one country. You have to look at different experiences to understand why they developed right, and with all those ingredients, you can cook up your own recipe for your own country.
AFI will also help its members navigate the financial inclusion maze, connecting them with the right strategic partners at the right time across the value chain, from researchers and technical experts to private sector partners.
When we did our analysis, we counted up to 200 different institutions that are in a way involved in financial inclusion development cooperation. And I think what AFI can do is really to make that simpler.
It'll be very important for us to be hooking up with all the partners that come through the Alliance, not only regulators, but also the people that they can put us in touch with, experts on technology, on measurement of the environment.
I think a relationship with AFI would be very, very helpful to my country, because it would indeed allow exchange of experiences and best practices that can benefit my country.
The AFI will be a wonderful venue for the people with the commitment about financial inclusion to meet and to share the experience, to learn from each other, and to try to make financial inclusion a more successful story going forward.